Hello dear students, it's me Damayanti Sodha, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration. We had already discussed the introductory part of pricing, where we had discussed about the pricing itself, pricing objectives, factors determining pricing. Today we will discuss about the various strategies related to pricing and the importance of pricing in marketing. So starting with importance of pricing in marketing, we will see how pricing how pricing is important in the field of marketing. Talking about our first point, that is most flexible marketing mix variable. Yes, of course, pricing offer a flexible component. It is one of the major component of marketing mix when we say product, price, place, promotion. So hence it is a out of all the four components, pricing is most flexible. We can sometimes raise pricing on the basis of demand. Sometimes we can lower our price on the basis of less demand. Then to set the right price, it's very important to be that a manufacturer should set a right price just to create the sale as well as the demand. First impression is the last impression. As we said, the right price. So whenever a product has the right price, it creates an impression. If the product is considered as the luxury product or a costly product at the first impression, it will remain in that category for forever. So a pricing is very important to determine in which category we want to make fall our product. Price create profit. Yes, of course, all the profit is generated due to adequate pricing. Then price and marketing mix, these two components are very much mixed together, price and marketing mix. And then the basic regulator of economic system. All the economy, all the components of economies runs around the price and product. So it's very important how a product is being priced out. Moving further, the steps in pricing process. Here we have certain steps mentioned. That is, first we need to set a pricing objective. That is, we need to identify for what purpose we are establishing or we are establishing a price. If the market is price sensitive, we need to identify the price according to that. If the market is not that much price sensitive, we can go for a higher pricing strategy. Then analyze, develop pricing strategy. We will in later slides discuss about the pricing strategy in detail. What kind of pricing strategy a producer should opt for. And then analyze demand. A producer need to analyze what kind of demand is over there in the market. If the demand is high, a producer can opt for a high pricing. If the demand is low in the market, he needs to create a demand through the pricing, or he needs to create to put a lower price. Next, analyze cost. Yes, that's an important factor without which the price can't be determined. So, a producer has to analyze including all the factors of cost, whether the fixed cost factor, variable cost factors, which need to be analyzed out, and then a final cost must be estimated. Then analyze competitive offering and cost. Yes, what exactly competitors are offering in the market, what prices they are offering, what kind of products and services they are offering. That's very important. just because to remain competitive in the market, it is important to have a knowledge about the competitors' offerings and the cost. And then selection of pricing methods. Selection of pricing methods. What kind of pricing method, whether we are going for the cost method based on cost, method based on market condition or demand, or the methods based on competitors, that need to be identified. Various methods are over there to determine the price. For an example, like cost plus pricing, marginal pricing, target return method, percentage profit methods, or it's like market penetration method, capacity based pricing methods that need to be identified. Which kind of marketing pricing methods will be put on, and then finally determining the price. On the all the above ways and steps, a final price is being determined out. Moving next to our pricing strategies, which is the most important part of this unit, we will discuss on various pricing strategies like new product pricing strategy, we call also it as the market entry strategy, differential pricing, competitive pricing, product line pricing, psychological pricing, cost related pricing, and promotion pricing, and some of a few other pricing strategies also. The pricing strategies are very much important for a producer or for a company to survive in the market, to remain competitive in the market, and to attract the customer most efficiently and effectively in the market. So yes, of course, these pricing strategies are very much relevant and are very much of the importance. So moving for the first pricing strategy, that is new product pricing. It can be either it can be in the two ways. Either it can be through price skimming, or either it can be through price penetration, depending on whether the product is very innovative or new, or whether the product is already available in the market. So if the product is very much new and of its own kind, then a producer opt for the price skimming strategy, where he put a very high price initially, so that customer have no alternate option available, and he will go for the price skimming strategy. Here, just for an example, we can give the example of Apple, which put a very high price on the product at the initial stage. The good thing of this price strategy is that BEP, break-even point, is achieved as soon as possible, and the company comes in the stage of profit very soon. Talking about next strategy, price penetration. This strategy is most suitable when there are already competitors providing the product in the market, and a new company or an already existing company enters that market. That time it will offer price low to cover market as much as possible. It will opt for the products for the price which are competitive in nature, and the market is very much price sensitive. So here in this pricing strategy, the competitive pricing is offered. Then differential or variable pricing strategy. Talking about differential or variable pricing strategy, it is a method of charging different prices for the same type of a product and for the same number of quantities from different customers based on the product form, payment terms, time of delivery, or customer segment, etc. So we can say the companies adopt this differential pricing method with an objective to maximize the profit of an organization. हम इसे discriminatory pricing और multiple pricing भी कहते हैं, and we can see many of the products which have two types of pricing over there. It can be of customer segment pricing, or it can be related to image pricing, where company, just for an example, when we say cosmetics and clothing brands, they are image conscious and they charge according to that. Then there are different prices charged for different variants of the same product. Like for the price of the same type of a car may vary because of different color and add-on features. Automobile sectors may we can see this. Many a times we can observe this in the form of government examinations. The form fee varies for the general category people and the other backward class people. That means they have a different or variable pricing for the different class of customer. Then talking about competitive pricing strategy. Competitive pricing strategies are, as the name suggests, offered keeping in mind what the competitors are offering to the customers. So here the first pricing is leader pricing. Leader pricing is a common pricing strategy used by retailers to attract customers. It involves setting lower price points and reducing typical profit margins to introduce brands or to stimulate interest in the business as a whole or a particular product line. So we can say products sold in the strategy are often sold at a loss many a times, and such products are referred to as loss leaders. Small business usually do not opt for this pricing strategy, and this pricing strategy is mostly favorable to large retailers. Next, loss leader pricing strategy actually attract customers to stores. However, when a customer comes into a store, he is likely to see other things to buy also. For an example, when we say electronic retailers offered video recorders and tapes at a discount and also sold high margin projection television sets. So that's how they compensate their loss. And many a times when we do online shopping, we see a discount on shoes, but we notice a window displaying customers also looked at these products messages where those products are not at all on discount. Then parity or equated pricing. When we say parity price, it is basically refers to making prices of a commodity in one location equivalent to the same commodity in another location, usually in a different country. Then low price suppliers. Here the suppliers are forced to supply the raw material at a lower price, and some discounts etc. are expected so that a lower cost can inhibit or exhibit on the price on the product, and the product can be offered at a lower price. Coming to next, predatory pricing. Predatory pricing is usually is the kind of pricing of goods or services which is at such a low level that other firms cannot compete and they are forced to leave the market. When we say, for an example, Here we can give the example of Reliance Jio, which launched its Jio services with a predatory pricing strategy. It involves charging very low prices, the aim being to get rid of competitors so that the suppliers can charge considerably higher prices later on. The predator is willing to sell at a loss or at a below cost for a period, in the hope that its rivals either go bust or decide stop selling that product. When competitors left the market, the predators pushes prices back up. Moving next, product line pricing strategy. As we all know that the product life cycle have 4 stages. A product goes through all these 4 stages of introduction, growth, maturity and decline stage. So every stage has different kind of pricing strategy. When we talk about introduction stage, at this stage, as the product has been launched in the market, it has just charge cost plus pricing strategy, where the product is not charging that much of price over the product. Then going for the next growth stage, price to penetrate or rising price. Here the prices are raised a little bit, or they are such like that they can easily enter the market. Talking about maturity stage, price to beat competitors. Here at the maturity stage, as the sale is on the top, so producer or companies are offering competitive prices or such a price which can beat the competitors. Then decline stage. At the decline stage, as the demand has declined, the price need to be declined also. So here in the stage of the declining, a producer cut the prices on its products. Moving next, psychological pricing strategy. In the today's scenario, the most worked upon strategy is the psychological pricing strategy, where we can relate with these strategies very much. There are 5-6 strategies mentioned over here. Reference pricing, bundle pricing, everyday low pricing, odd even pricing, and prestige or image pricing. Talking about first, so when we talk about psychological pricing, it is the business practice of setting prices lower than a whole number. The idea behind psychological pricing is that customer will read the slightly lowered price and treat it lower than the price actually. For an example, जब हम बात करते हैं 99 rupees 99, then it seems cheaper than the rupees 100 round figure. Talking about first, reference pricing. When we say reference pricing, it usually states about reference pricing, how much consumer expect to pay for a good in relation to other competitors and the previously advertised price. For an example, we see that both the prices at the shop, that earlier it was of rupees 999 and now it is of rupees 699. That means we are referring from the previous price set, and just we compare that we are getting the discount of rupees 300, we immediately just go and buy that product. It also refers to a situation where firm sells a good at a large discount to a previously advertised reference point. कि पहले वो इतना price में available था, now it is available at a lower price. Talking about next, bundle pricing. Bundle pricing actually offer when products or services are grouped and sold together at a more attractive price than when sold separately. So in bundle pricing, a group of products, just for an example, when we go for the kids cosmetics or kids products, like they offered a family brand or family products all together. For an example, when we go for the Johnson and Johnson, they offer oil, shampoo, soap, powder, cream, all these all together with a family pack. So we find it out more cheaper. We it provides, basically when we say bundling, provides an opportunity to increase company revenue by extracting consumer surplus from heterogeneous customers. That is basically bundle pricing can present the illusion of a good deal or actually be a better deal. हमें ये फील कराया जाता है कि this is a good deal for the customer, and at a subconscious level it can encourage a customer to spend more because they believe they are getting more for their money. Then talking about everyday low pricing. Everyday low pricing is the strategy offered by retail stores, basically promising consumers a low price without the need to wait for a sale price events or comparisons की कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है डेली वेट करने की या सेल की ऑफर्स और डिस्काउंट्स की वेट करने की. दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग द लो प्राइसेस ऑन अ डेली बेसिस. This saves retail stores the effort and expense needed to mark down prices in the store during the sale events, and is also believed to generate shoppers' loyalty. Then talking about odd even pricing, here with everyday low pricing we can observe, just for an example, Big Bazaar offers Wednesday or Thursday sale or Friday sale. Then coming to next, odd even pricing. Odd even pricing is also a psychological pricing tactic in which numeric value is utilized to impact the customer's perception of a product value. Just for an example, the odd part of this tactic refers to a price ending in 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9, 99, 799, 11, 21, 101 pricing, like that. And the even part refers to a price ending in a whole number in terms such as 20, 30, 50, 100. So odd even pricing is usually is a numbers playing into a customer's psychic. That is, for an example, when we say a $20 item marked as $19.99, it is perceived as a cheaper because the number is still in the teens rather than the 20s. So customer perceive that the price as lower than it actually is. And for even pricing, it is the opposite effect. Customer will see a number rounded up, like rupees 1500, rupees 500, and it perceive it as a luxury item. Since the number is rounded up, the product is perceived at a higher value. And then coming up to the last, prestige or image pricing. When we say prestige or image pricing, it is also known as a premium pricing. When a company prices its products at a higher point to give consumers the perception that the product is high value. This pricing strategy is closely tied to brand perception. When we talk about brand, usually all kind of brands offer for this pricing. This pricing method works based on the assumption that consumer perceives more value in the product if it is highly priced, and they are willing to pay a high price for it. For an example, we can talk about Apple, Nike, Rolex watches, these are all about the prestige issues associated with the customer. It is also when companies deliberately set their prices higher than the actual cost of the product. Fashion, technology, luxury goods are often priced with this method because they can be marketed as exclusive or rare. The commodity goods aren't unique items, and the pricing strategy is not a good fit for it. For example, when we say Apple, the perceived value Apple products provide allow the company to price its products well above the cost to make them. Similarly, Nike endorsed celebrities like Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, etc. And its well recognized logo, Nike prices its products based on its image. Its high profile athletes are wearing Nike. Shouldn't you? And similarly, the Rolex watches. Would you be willing to spend thousands of dollars on a watch? Of course, if the perceived quality and luxury of a Rolex watch and the status that comes with wearing one, then people pay it for the premium priced value product. Then talking about our next strategy, cost related pricing strategy. These are very simple pricing strategies, that is charge cost plus pricing. Here whatever the cost is estimated out on the price, a fixed amount of expected profit or a percentage of expected profit is added to the per unit cost of production. Talking about BEP pricing, in BEP pricing it is estimated at what point break-even point will be achieved as soon as possible, so that pricing is done according to that. Loss leader pricing, we had discussed it earlier also. Loss leader provide the product at the lowest price available in the market. And talking about marginal cost pricing, that allows variable pricing strategies. Under this method of price determination, price is fixed on the basis of marginal cost or the cost incurred in producing an additional unit of the product. This method is also called as contributory pricing because such price is determined by which recovery of all permanent and changeable cost or their part is possible. Factors to consider when setting prices. Here basically we have two things here, from the customer's perception of value, cost-based pricing and value-based pricing. When we say cost-based pricing, we design a good product, determine product cost, set price based on cost and convince buyers of product's value. When we talk about value-based pricing, we estimate what actually customer needs and how its value perceptions are over there in the market. Then it will set target price to match customers' perceived value according to the value customer is willing to pay. The prices will be set out, then determine costs that can be incurred, and finally design a product to deliver desired value at a desired target price. And the last, promotional pricing strategy talked about, that is special event pricing. Here prices are some offers or discounts are offered on particular events, like just like Wednesday, Friday, Big Bazaar and all that. Sometimes festivals. Off peak pricing, that is off season. In the off season, prices are reduced and offered at a lower price. In the early bird pricing, first come first serve basis, on the basis of first come first serve, or certain kind of offering like this, first 10 buyers will be offered certain additional value with the product. These kind of pricing strategies are also the promotional pricing strategies considered. Talking about price decisions depends on supply and demand factor, elasticity of demand, how much prices are price sensitive market is, and how much the variation in demand comes out due to variation in the prices, cost, tariffs, exchange rates, market share, culture, and the purchasing power of the customers. That's all for today. Thank you so much.